Hello, fellow ink drinkers, and welcome back to the Blind Girls Book Talk podcast. My name is Aria.
And I'm Belle.
And we are two legally blind sisters who love reading and love books. And what we decided to do was make a show in order to talk about that. We talk about a wide variety of bookish topics that can range from bad retellings of stories, book-to-movie adaptation comparisons, buddy reads, recent reads, bookish challenges. Really, the list does go on and on. And today, we are doing a bookish challenge. And this time what we're going to do is a Bookish Scavenger Hunt challenge. Now, this is something that I've wanted to do for quite some time. And I'm really excited for this.
Haven't we done one of these?
I don't think we have.
I'm pretty sure we have.
I don't think we have. I think this one's a little different. I mean, the thing is, I found kind of like a guide of like how to do one, essentially. And I've had this in my phone for over a year.
I mean, I know we've done one in the past because I did it.
Probably. I don't know. But we're doing another one because, man, these are fun to do. It's fun to see what we have, and we go from there. So what this will be is it's mainly going to be Belle unless I know I have something, or I can name something in my collection kind of off the top of my head.
And the only reason it's me is because I actually use the app.
Yeah, we both have an app, and it's a lovely app where you can kind of scan like the barcodes of your books and kind of create your personal library, essentially. And you just have like all the books there. And, I'm real bad at using mine. Belle's real good at using hers. I'm real bad at it. So one day I'll get good, but today is not that day.
No.
So the first one is find an author's name or a title with the last letter Z in it. And I have one off the top of my head.
I have one off the top of my head too, and it is probably the same exact one.
Marcus Zusak.
Yep. We have multiple books by Marcus Zusak.
Yeah. I know I have Bridge of Clay. I'm pretty sure I brought Book Thief with me. I know I have it somewhere.
I have Bridge of Clay. I am the Messenger.
At home, I know I have like his older works. There was like something about Reuben in one of the titles. I don't remember them as well. I did read them. I did enjoy them back when I read them. But yeah, that's an easy kind of give me answer. This one will be super easy for you, kind of easy for me. Find a classic.
Which one do you want to go?
I was going to say, I mean, you just got a new copy.
Got a new copy. To preface, I was in a competition and did really, really well. That competition took up a month and a half of my life. To celebrate, we went book shopping the other day, and I found a new, really pretty version of Northanger Abbey.
Yes.
And any listener that is tied with Pride and Prejudice, all-time favorite, Jane Austen.
Yeah.
For me, they are tied.
Yeah. I was going to say, I know you have a whole, like, it actually spans the whole top of your bookshelf of just so many.
Yeah, like from my bed, because like all my classics are on the top of like two bookshelves side by side. You just see the paper of the classics when you lay on my bed.
But I know I think I have a copy of Persuasion. I know I have a copy of Pride and Prejudice.
You just got Animal Farm.
I just got Animal Farm because I figured not a bad idea to add that to the collection. I'm trying to think. I know I have a couple others, but like those are the three that are kind of popping to the forefront of my mind.
You did own Frankenstein.
I think I still do. I don't know. Well, actually, I do not know. I don't get along with Frankenstein. I'm sorry. I should get along with Frankenstein, but I don't.
I mean, I own the Monk, and I absolutely hate the Monk.
True. Fair. All right. Number 3, find a book with a key on the cover.
Oh, I know that.
one. I have one off the top of my head.
Okay, you can go then.
Mine is Hotel Magnifique. I forget who it's by. Let me see if I put this in my app. I've got to see. I gotta just
Okay,
see.
I know I have one. I just gotta find it. Where is it? I swear.
Emily J. Taylor. Yes, there is a key on the cover. I had to verify. Which my TBR is long.
Same.
I love how I have one like right off the bat for that one. I know you have some.
I know I do. I'm trying. I thought I found one and it didn't, and I don't know why it didn't, but give me a second.
I was going to say, isn't one of your classics that you have, like, isn't there a bunch of keys on it? Or am I the cloth bound?
The cloth bound Barnes & Noble.
Uh-huh.
There is one that's that. I don't know if I own that. I can't remember what that one is.
I can't remember what that is. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
And those are too high up, and I am too short and too blind to be able to tell you if...
I am too short and too blind.
I am... that's a...
It is increasingly obvious. I can deny it no
longer.
I am
small. I am small. And it is very sad. You know it's sad when a security guard points it out to you. You're just like, thanks.
You are small. You are tiny.
I am. And it's...
It was actually so funny. As Belle's looking, it was so funny because when she had this competition thing that she had mentioned earlier, she had pictures of her with the other finalists in this competition. And she is by far, and I think she even has heels on, and she is still...
No, I wore flats that
day. Okay. So she is so very short. Everybody is like at least a head and a half taller than her, bare minimum. Like, she is so tiny.
Like,
and
it's so sad.
So the whole time I was just like, picking on her, just being like, you're so small. And all the time she's like, shut up.
I mean, between that and then the picture of our entire team together, like, granted, my year sitting on the stage, but me sitting between two people, and I'm still short.
I am small.
I am so small. Why is this even a thing?
You are so small. How's it going?
I'm on the D's.
Oh my gosh.
This doesn't have a search cover for a key.
I was going to say, I'm trying to even think of your collection.
The thing is, as of right now, I have 942 books in my collection. Granted, that is years worth of books.
Yeah, these are not like all new.
None of these are. Not
None
a lot
of these are brand new.
No.
Well,
only 8 are.
As you're looking, do you want to talk about another one that's super easy to just name off?
Yeah, well, I'm still looking for a freaking key.
Find something that's on your bookshelf that's not a book. What's one of your shelf decors?
Well, I do have some crowns. I have Pop Funkos.
Crowns.
I have a Dobby in a box. I have... What else do I have? You have a lot. I have a lot of stuff. I have a lot of little trinkets.
You have a lot of little stuff. I'm not allowed to put on much stuff on my shelves at this point. I had a bunch of stuff on shelves, and then we moved, and a cat had to go in the same room as my books. And so now I don't have a lot of decor out, but I do have some.
What was the one you said for the key?
Hotel Magnifique.
Guess what? I have that one.
I thought you did. I
have that one.
I think you have like a special edition or something like that.
I probably do. I want to try to see if I can go quickly and see if I can find.
Keep going. But for mine, I know I have some Pop Funkos, special ones, some like Disney Pop Funkos. I have a moon paperweight. I have my TARDIS Pop Funko shelf decor. I have some other like little odds and ends, like there's some mugs and stuff, but that's kind of, I don't have a whole lot at the moment because my cat is not a fan of
Anything?
yeah. Oh, okay. This will be interesting because I don't know what the answer would be to this.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I want you to
got it. Lock the Doors
lock the doors.
by Vincent Ralph.
All right.
There's a key.
There is a key. I see it.
There's key.
I see it.
It got me to the L's, but I got a key. That's different from Arya's.
There you go. Hey, you did it. I'm proud of you. So this next one, and I don't even know if I can answer it. Find the oldest book on your shelf.
Define oldest.
So it says in the little blurb under it for, I guess, this person who did it, Pilgrim's Progress, 1826 original print. This copy isn't that old, but it's still probably the oldest on my shelf. So it sounds like they're going by publishing date. So it's going to be one of your classics. I was going to say, can you search? I thought you could search by publishing date in that app.
Well, guess what? We're going to see. If you figure out how to do it before I do, let me know.
Original date published.
I have a book from 1838.
Good job. I'm proud of you. What is it?
The Works of Plato.
I was going to say, you're going to have this more than I am. Because
that is the top one that I can get. Like, that was at the bottom of my thing. When was...
Because a lot of mine are like kind of reprints of classics and stuff. So I think that's why mine's kind of struggling a bit to be like, hey, this. Because I couldn't tell you.
Oh, I lied. I completely lied. A book from 1794. Not an actual book. I have a story that was published in 1794.
Which one is that?
The Mysteries of Udolpho.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I wonder when, because I have this book called The Moonstone.
Wait. I may have something before that. Oh, crap. What's the name of it?
Now I have to Google because
my goodness. What was that book called?
I don't know what book you're talking about. I know I have one from 1868.
Okay. I have one. What did I say? 1794?
Mm-hmm.
I have one that was published before that.
Okay, what's that one?
It was The Castle of Otranto, and it is the first official Gothic novel, and it was 1764.
I'm proud of you.
I'm not going further than that.
No,
everybody.
that's you win because I think all of mine are going to be like 1800s. I don't think I have anything older. Like just thinking off the top of my head, because like collections of mythology stuff, like that doesn't really count. Like the stories are very old, but like they get repackaged and stuff.
You
like
don't
that.
know if you're getting the actual original,
right? Yeah, because I mean they're all different anyway. So like, I think the closest I'm gonna get is like the 1800s. So I think you win that one.
Yeah, and I couldn't think of the name of it. I'm like, it's a house. It's something. It's not an actual house because it's not the House of Usher. And I couldn't think of it, so I literally had to type into Google, when was the first Gothic novel published? And I have this book because of my Gothic literature course that I took in college. And it is The Castle of Otranto.
There you go.
By Horace Walpole.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
I liked that one. 1764.
I'm proud of you.
That was a...
Yeah. That one's hard.
I may have something older than that. I am not going that far, everybody.
No, I mean, yeah, you've got it. So the next one's easy. Find a book with a girl on the cover.
I already got it.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
What
I Like About You by Marissa Cantor.
Mine has a guy and a girl on it.
Well, yeah, that one has a guy and a girl on it.
Mine
it also just has a girl.
Mine is, like, the first one in my app is 99% Mine, is the name of the book.
If we want one with just a girl on it, technically the entirety of the Stalking Jack the Ripper series. It has just a girl on the cover.
Yeah, you're not
It
wrong.
has a girl on the cover.
What are my books, man? I have questions. I have one.
My Cousin Rachel by Daphne du Maurier.
Agatha Arch is Afraid of Everything by Kristen Blair. That one I would count as a girl on the cover, unless you count like the silhouette of a girl, which that would be A Witch in Time by Constance Sayers. All right, next one. Find a book with an animal on the cover. I have two off the top of my head.
Oh,
well, actually,
goodness.
one off the top of my head because I just got it, and that's Animal Farm by George Orwell. And then I have Alice by Christina Henry. So those are my two. Oh, wait. Okay, I have for oldest book, I think it might be Alice in Wonderland because that was like 1865.
Define animal.
A animal found in everyday life, like a dog or a cat or a rabbit or a pig.
Well, I was wondering if a bug counted.
No.
Oh! I believe I have it. Let me double check. Ha! Okay, it has a cat on it. Longbourn Library by Trudy Wallace.
All right, there you go.
It's a cat.
All right, I like it. That is a cat. You win.
It's a cat.
You win for that.
I don't think my actual copy has a cat, but like the original copy has a cat, so.
Yeah. Find a book with a male protagonist. The first one I have just off the top of my head is the Harry Potter series.
To go off of that one, oh my gosh, it's one of my all-time favorite books. I recommended this book so many times, and it's escaping. We literally said it at the beginning of this. Oh my goodness. Help.
Girl, I don't remember.
It's Susak.
Oh, I Am the Messenger?
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness. All my head was going was the playing card book.
Yeah. I mean, I think the Darker Shade of Magic series by V.E. Schwab, I think that one's a little more tricky, but I think that one's kind of more so a male protagonist.
I know I have more, but like they're tied in with my murder books, and I'm not.
Yeah,
I'd have to read the back, and that's a lot more work than I'm willing to put in. So I'm the messenger. Everybody deal.
Find a book with only words on it. Oh, so like the title or the cover does not have any like art or anything like that. It just has words. This one's going to be hard.
Not If I Saw You First. Do you count this one?
Yeah, I think I would.
Not If I Saw You First by Allie Carter.
Isn't it Save? Not If I Save You First.
Oh, Not If I Save You First. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. I'm wrong.
It's okay.
It's by Allie Carter. Yeah, I would count that as nothing. It's no art.
Nothing.
There's nothing there.
Yeah, I would count that one. I don't know that I have. I really don't know that I have because a lot of mine... Oh, wait, no. I have a collection of... I'll show you this.
Yeah, go for it.
I have a collection of Ray Bradbury stories, and it's just called, like, Bradbury Stories. And I think that's as close, I think, as I'm going to get. Or maybe Bridge of... No, because it looks like there's artwork behind it. Like, that's kind of the hard thing. It's kind of like you need to make sure there's not art kind of like hidden behind the words.
Yeah, that's why I was like, would you count the Not If I Save You First? Because like it's kind of like the words are a little like
I think it's,
but like I don't count that as art.
Well, yeah, I like unless you get to like one of your like the classics that you have that's just like a plain leather cover. I think that's the only way you're gonna get to that, to be perfectly honest. Find a book with illustrations in it.
Oh, I know two off the top of my head, and they are not in that app. I have an illustrated version of A Christmas Carol, and I also have an illustrated version of Jekyll and Hyde.
Yes, you do.
I got that a couple Christmases ago.
I know for mine, I have a copy. I got the illustrated Hunger Games.
Yeah, I got you that this
Book.
past Christmas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or birthday.
Yeah. That's the only one I can think of off the top of my head. There might be others, but, we're just going I'm just going off the top of my head for that. Find a book with gold lettering on the cover.
Excuse you?
I see. I know we have some that have, like, I just don't know if it's silver or gold. So, we're going to go with find a book with shiny on the cover. Shiny lettering.
I have Sherlock Holmes, The Hounds of Baskerville.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know you just got a really pretty copy of the fine print, which that's just...
Yeah, that's a really pretty copy.
Just a pretty copy that has a lot of, like, shiny
stuff. I don't know what that is. I would go more that, like, my fancy Sherlock, so, like, the Further Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, The Return of Sherlock Holmes, and The Hounds of Baskerville.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I think those are most likely to be gold, just because they are
Older books, yeah.
Older leather-bound books.
Yeah. I don't have an answer for this one. I can't think of one off the top of my head, and I don't want to just sit here and scroll through it, because that's okay. Do you have any diaries?
Yes!
Okay.
Hold on. I gotta get up for this one. It'll be so much easier to find.
Okay, great. Have fun. Toodaloo. So the example in this one, I don't know if you could hear her, but she wanted to know what the definition of diary is. In this case, the example is the Diary of Anne Frank.
I have the Jane Austen Life and Letters, so, I feel like that should count as diary.
Yes. So come say what that is. I will count that as a diary.
Okay, I'm back. I have a book, and it's Jane Austen, her life, and her letters. And it was all letters that she wrote that her grandnephew, some nephew found. But, like, most of her letters and stuff were destroyed when she died. Like, that was, like, her thing. Like, she told her sister when I passed, like, burn these things. But he found some of them, and it's in that book. I'm counting it because it's her own words.
Yes, I think that counts. I don't think I really have any, to be perfectly honest. I need to actually hunt down a copy of Diary of Anne Frank.
See if I actually have a diary.
I don't think I do. I'm about 99% certain.
Yeah, no, I don't have anything with, like...
Yeah, no, I don't have... I don't have. I do need to hunt down a copy of that, though. Good to know. Next one. Find a book written by someone with a common name. Example, Smith. And their example was An Abundance of Catherines by John Green.
How to Think Like Sherlock, Daniel Smith.
There you go. I mean, can't get any more... Can't get any more than that.
The Murder of Mr. Wickham, Claudia Gray.
I mean, again, I have Alice by Christina Henry, but I want to find another one.
Howl's Moving Castle, Diana Wayne Jones.
I have that one. Yeah.
Missing Clarissa, Ripley Jones. The Drowned Woods, Emily Lloyd Jones.
Stop it. You win. Stop it. It's my turn.
The Match, Sarah Adams.
Stop it. I think it's Angelica Frankenstein Meets Her Match by Sally Thorne. I think that would count.
Yeah, sure. I'll count it. You counted the letters. I'll count that.
Okay. Now, this one is also going to be tricky. Find a book that has a close-up of something on it. So the example that they have here is The Host by Stephanie Myers. And that book has, like, a close-up of, like, somebody's eye on the cover.
Freaking weird.
So
I have to have that.
I don't know that I do.
I have to. There's no way that I don't own something with a close-up.
Well, actually, would you count that?
Yeah, I would.
All right, so then mine is A Touch of Gold by Annie Sullivan. And it has a close-up of a hand, or It's not probably the closest close-up, but, like, it really just has a hand on the cover.
Should have better defined close-up.
Yeah, that's my thing. I don't know. I count that.
Could you count this as a close-up?
Yeah.
It's kind of a stretch.
That's a little bit of a stretch, but...
Hold on. I have to have something better.
Oh, that might be better.
Yeah, that's better.
So the other one that I found that might be a little better is Dark Tarot by Christine Feehan. I'm so sorry. Feehan. That's like a close-up on somebody's face. So I'm going to count that one. I'm going to be happy with that.
It's just a close-up of a thing, right?
Yeah, because, like...
Should you count that as a close-up of, like, a door knocker?
Yeah, I would count that one, I think. Or, like, it kind of looks like a gem.
It looks like a door knocker.
I don't know. I can't really tell.
It looks like a door knocker to me. It's Belle Morte by Bella Higgin. I probably said the name wrong. But it looks like a close-up of a door knocker, so I'm calling it.
Yep, I think that one will work. Find a hardcover book without a jacket. A hardcover book that doesn't have a dust jacket. I know one, and it's only because I've been kind of skimming through my app.
That you don't have the dust jacket for, or that the dust jacket is not currently on it?
That does not have a dust jacket. Okay, she's gone. But the one that I have for sure, or that's kind of off the top of my head, it's called Beneath the Moon, and it's by... I'm so sorry, Yoshitani, but it is essentially a collection of myths and fairy tales from around the world, it says. In the description, it says some tales from, like, Italy, Germany, England, Mexico, Egypt, Japan. I thought it was more that it was Japanese myths and legends and fairy tales and that sort of thing. So... that's what I got. But I know that one did not come with a dust jacket. It's just a hard cover. What do you got?
I don't have it here, but I know I own it and I would count it. But, like, here I do have Robin Hood. I have a hard copy of Robin Hood with that.
You're right, you do.
But my biggest hardback, actually probably the biggest book I own, because that thing's massive, is The Tales of King Arthur and His Knights of the Round Table.
Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. All right. The next one. Find a book with stars on it.
Bride by Allie Hazelwood.
Yeah. I think...
I'll count it, yeah.
Yeah. A Discovery of Witches by Deborah Harkness.
I also have Goodnight Dorm Room. That has stars on it.
Yeah, you know, that'll do it.
Just
Good night, dorm room.
The weird things your mother gets you when you go to college.
Yeah, you know, I have no words. I have none. Not an iota of words.
I know I have more.
Oh, yeah, there's stars on this one.
Yeah.
So it's Black Cats and Evil Eyes, a book of old-fashioned superstitions. And yeah, I actually like the cover of that book. It's really cute.
Yeah, okay, I'm counting it.
All right, and here's the last one. Oh, goodness. Find a no YA book. And the example is The Notebook. So I'm just like, so find an adult book? Because, like, I've got many.
I was about to say, I feel like that's just a free-for-all.
Yeah.
Like, at this point, I have an even smattering of adult and young adult, but, like...
Yeah, I mean, heck, just, I mean, like, I have the Dresden Files series. Like, I don't think that's YA. I have A Discovery of Witches. I don't think that's YA. I thought that was adult. I mean, God's Behaving Badly. I'm pretty sure that's an adult book. Like, there are so many books that I have that are adult that it's just like... Yeah, you're gonna have to be a little more specific. Like, do you want, like, spicy book?
I was about to say, one of my more adult books is Butcher and Blackbird. Like, that is not meant for small children.
Yeah, that's not meant for small children. I mean,
That ain't meant for teenagers either.
No, that's an adult book. Yeah, I don't know. To me, I'm just like, that's just a strange one. Like, the way that it was worded, I'm just kind of like, eh.
Because, I mean, technically, like, I'm the messenger, Bridge of Clay.
Well, I don't know, because I know Book Thief is YA.
Yeah, that's, like, the only one that's YA. All those others are adult.
Oh, okay. All right, fair. Fair is fair. I mean, Night Circus is adult. Love Hypothesis, adult. Bride, I have that book too. There's a lot of books that we have that are more adult and not YA.
Most of the books that I just purchased.
Yeah.
Not gonna talk about that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what I just got. But yeah, I mean, all except The Ballad of Songbird and Snakes. I think all of those are more adult. Or, well, see, okay, here's the other problem too. Because, like, something like Animal Farm, right? You read it in school.
But it's technically an adult book. Like, that's my thing. Like, all of Jane Austen, all of my classics, To Kill a Mockingbird.
Right. And see,
They're
and that's,
all technically adult books, but we read them in high school.
And here's
but
the
we
thing.
were also advanced.
Well,
so,
and, well, no, and here's the thing too. Like freaking Brave New World, which I read this in high school. I don't think I was like, that book. Okay, everybody's like banned books or whatever, but like I read that book in school for school. My teacher was just like, "Yep, we're reading this." Like
1984.
1984. Which, again, with that, like, with some of them, I'm like, okay, you can kind of, like, you need to be able to talk about the themes of the book. So, like, with 1984, with Animal Farm, like, those ones to me make sense because you need to talk about the themes of the book.
Or you're supposed to, unless you were in my AP class.
For Brave New World, I'm sorry, even advanced kids were not ready for that book. That's a very adult
Yeah, we
book.
weren't ready for 1984. Thank goodness no one picked to read Crime and Punishment because no one is ready for that
Yeah,
as
so
a high schooler.
yeah, and like for Pride and Prejudice, that one makes sense. Like I don't know, for me it just gets it gets very confusing, especially when there's a lot of discourse around like, oh, we're banning these books, and
Okay,
we're doing
We're
this.
banning these books, or these books have been banned for so long. How have these books been banned for so long yet? I literally read them in school.
Yeah, that's
Like,
the question.
I literally read that book in school for class. Another book that probably shouldn't be read in school, Rebecca.
Yeah.
That book is straight up mental manipulation.
Yeah.
Like, looking back at it as an adult, it's like, why was I allowed to read this as an impressionable freshman in high school?
Yeah, and that's my thing. Like, again, there are some things that you should be able to talk about that have important messages.
Messages and themes. Like, you know, it is, like, I think it is important to read To Kill a Mockingbird.
Right.
However, that book is deep. That book is difficult.
Yeah.
Like, it can be really difficult to get through. So, like, you know, I'm just kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like, I think it's important to read, especially for those students who are on, like, the advanced track. But at the same time, looking back at it, I'm just sitting here and just thinking, like, was I mentally okay enough to be reading this? Probably not. Did I have to read it? Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I guess that's where my confusion comes in, because even there are books that are like kids' books that are very heavy.
Yeah,
And
there are.
Like, because I remember, I think it's called Speak or something like that. I remember reading that one. Like, that one's really deep.
Well, heck, The Book Thief.
The Book Thief is very deep.
That's like, And I'm not saying, in no way, shape, or form are we saying that
No.
kids can't read deep books.
No.
We are not saying that.
No.
More so what we are saying is when you read certain books as a younger person, you don't realize and it's probably for a good thing, you don't necessarily 100% realize the deep.
Yeah, how deep it is.
How deep it is. Like, I didn't realize until we did the bad retelling of Rebecca how deep and actually concerning Rebecca actually is. Like, the mental manipulation and abuse in that book is just, that's another level.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. And again, we are not saying that these books need to be banned by any stretch of the imagination.
No.
We're not for banning books. Like,
for us, we're trying to find where is the line between adults and...
Well, and not only that, but like, where is the line between, yeah, you can read this for school, and like, no, we gotta ban the crap out of this book. Like, that's where I'm confused. Because like, if these books are supposedly banned and you shouldn't be able to read them, then why were we allowed to read them for school?
My entire life question. Because, and like, I don't know if it's just our school is poor. Our school was poor.
Our school. Yeah, it was poor.
It was poor. Let's be real here. Our test scores were not good. We did not have funding. It's amazing that school's still open.
Well, and it could be because we don't have funding. So they're like, whatever. We'll just do whatever we
But
want.
like, we're technically under close watch of the government because of our test scores. So like, how are we getting away with this?
I don't know. I just live here. But yeah, so hey man, if you understand the whole banning books thing, hey, somebody let us know.
Someone
like,
let me know and why I still had to
minds-
read that. Also, why are we making high schoolers read adult books?
Again, I was not ready for Brave New World. Brave New World kind of scarred me.
I don't blame you.
I was not ready for Brave New World.
1984 scarred me.
1984. See, I had to read that one too. And 1984 wasn't as bad.
You had a more decent teacher than I did. Let's be real here.
Well,
remember
okay,
what scenes my teacher focused on?
Your teacher focused on. Your teacher would have had a field day with Brave New World.
Yeah, I'm so glad that was one of the options to pick, and I didn't pick it.
Because Brave New World is... No, I can honestly say that I do not understand what that book was trying to say, because I was not ready to read that kind of book when I read it. B, I didn't want to talk about anything that was going on in that book, like at all.
All of us. 1984.
C, it's one of those things where it's like, yes, I'm sure this book has a very important message and something that it's trying to say. I get that. I respect that. I stand by this kind of theory that books find you when you're meant to find them. You find the books that you're meant to read when you're meant to read them. Mm-hmm. And I was not ready for Brave New World. As an adult, I'm probably still not ready for Brave New World. Part of me wants to revisit it just to be like, okay, what is actually happening in this book? What is this book trying to say? Because I never understood, because I was not ready for it, and I was very much caught off guard by all the other crap that happens in that book. I was not ready for it.
Yeah, I was not ready for 1984, my teacher. Hopefully nobody else has a romance author as their AP teacher who reads that book.
Yeah. So,
or at least they focus on, like, because like in 1984, we could pick up what the overall message was, but she was just trying to tie it into stuff that did not need tied in.
Yeah.
In a bunch of 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like, we did not need that. We also did not need Scarlet Letter, but like...
Yeah, but I mean, so that's kind of where it is. Like, I don't know.
Or, what's the other one? Catcher in the Rye.
I didn't read that one.
I did not need that one. In any way, shape, or form, I never needed that book.
So yeah, that's where we're at, man. So this was fun. We
Yay.
love bookish scavenger hunts. They're a good time. So that being said, we want to thank you for coming along as we did this bookish scavenger hunt today. Of course, if you like this episode, if you like what you've been listening to, please consider following the podcast and sharing the episode with your friends. It really would help us to grow the show, and we would appreciate any support those actions would give. And hey, if you just want to leave a review, that would be okay too. And then, as we've said before, next time, we don't know what we're talking about. It's going to be a bookish topic. We're not sure. We don't want to jinx it. So, we're just talking about a thing.
Honestly.
So, that being said, thank you all for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.